Hi, thanks for stopping. Today, I would like to talk to you about the stay at home parent debate. And I want to talk about this because I have been a stay at home parent since my oldest was born, and she's currently 10 and a half. And I know there are some moms that are out there, or some dads even, who might be about to have a baby or some that where in this economy it has just turned around where it might just be better for one parent to work versus paying daycare or aftercare for a child. Um, so I just want to help give my experience of what it's been like. I'm not going to say that this is the experience for all stay-at-home parents, but I just want to give you my perspective on what it's like working outside the home and then being a stay-at-home parent. So my decision came down to whether it was um, one financially for me to leave my job and to be a stay-at-home parent. Um, we wouldn't have the daycare costs. At the time, daycare was just a lot. We would have been paying $800 a month for daycare for a newborn, um, not including like food or whatnot. And then there's transportation for myself and my meals, and as well as clothing. Like there's just a lot that goes into once you have a child being outside of the home. It also came down to finding a daycare or a childcare situation where we trusted the provider to provide care to our at that time our daughter, and it just didn't make sense. We went around and we visited, and I just wanted to be present. I wanted to be there for all the moments. Her growing up, her first words, her first steps, even just her crawling. I just wanted to be there for those moments. So we decided together, my husband and I, that I would stay at home and be the primary provider. It wasn't something that was easy to decide because at the time I was making decent money, a pretty good income. I was an insurance agent, and my husband, he made a great income as well. But just going down and looking on paper, just it didn't make sense for us. So cutting back to one income, we had to be a little bit more strict about our budget. So we would be able to buy or take care of the things that we needed, and also have money set aside for some of the wants, the um, like a cup of coffee away from the house, or a meal, or outfit, or something like that. We put aside money for that, but it did require a little bit more stricter budgeting because when you're working, sometimes you know that you're getting paid and there's another paycheck coming. You pay your bills, but you tend to spend money a little bit differently. So it just made sense for me to stay home. Now, I have three children now. I have a preschooler who is 4. I have a first grader who is about to turn 7, and a fifth grader who's 10 and a half. And for me, it's been great. Um, I have my bachelor's degree, and last summer I earned my master's degree. It was something that I did because I want my children to know that yes, mommy stays home, and it's not because I'm not good enough not to work, or I can't find a job. It's because I choose to be here. And yes, mommy is smart enough um, where I can get a degree. I can still do all the things that other parents do, but my choice is to be here with you. And my kids are very active. I have my preschooler. He has a half day preschool where I have to be at his school at least one day a month, um, where I'm there dedicated just to working to his school. And then during the week, my girls are involved in dance. My oldest is in competition dance. My other takes dance one day a week. So I'm there multiple times at the dance studio, a week. The kids are also involved in basketball. My oldest plays lacrosse, um, and I'm the Girl Scout leader for um, my middle my middle child, and then my oldest, she's also involved in Girl Scouts. So it's not a matter of there not being anything to do because I'm plenty busy. There's keeping the household managed as far as cooking and cleaning. Um, Always that when things run out, such as food or household products, they just magically appear as they think. But no, I have to shop and care for the home, manage the home, just make sure everything flows smoothly. And I have had part-time jobs where I had to, or it was just my decision. Like if I had extra time, maybe in between, like my other children being born, I would get a part-time job and excuse me, I have allergies, so a little bit stuffy. Um, but I will work outside of the home part time. But once I've had uh, my last child, my youngest, it was just mainly just being home, not working part time because it was a lot to juggle. So I wanted to say that just because you decide to stay at home, it doesn't mean that you are less validated because you do see a difference in how your home runs. Because if you were to do a trial run and you both parents worked, there's a total difference as far as the quality time that you have to spend with your children. Um, as far as there is before care, dropping them off at school before you have to go to work, and then dropping them off or picking them up from aftercare because you get off work later than what they get off school. Those you only have a couple hours to come home, do homework, eat dinner, and basically go to bed. And that's just not the choice that I wanted for my family. And also just for my kids, I don't know if it's a direct correlation um, or if it's just genetics, but my children have done so well in school as far as academics, socially as well. My oldest, she is straight A's, and she's been in the gifted program. My middle child, she's uh, the 7 year old, she reads at a fourth grade level. Like, I've always spent quality time with them. My preschooler, he's doing well. Also, he's ready for kindergarten, but he does have one more year of preschool. Um, but I don't want you to feel bad if you decide that you know your husband or yourself or your significant other, if one or the other has to stay in the home because you do make a difference. There's always time. Work will always be there. Money, you can make it manage, but you only have a short amount of time with your kids as far as them being kids because they grow up, they become teenagers, um, and you don't get all those milestones that you get when they're little and someone else is watching your kids. You might miss the first crawl or the first words. Um, so if it's a matter of income and someone has to be at work, I mean, some people could never be at home with a child 24/7. It's tough because you don't have another adult usually to talk to. You're there with kids, and you miss that adult interaction and socialization. Sometimes the validation of getting a job done or getting a bonus or a raise from work. But your validation is raising great kids, and you'll have time if you choose to, if you want to go back into the workforce. And I am currently looking for something that balances with our family because I just can't be away from them and just totally change the pattern around. So I'm looking for something where I can work from home, or once my youngest is in preschool, where I can have mommy hours basically from 9 to 3. But I'm not in a rush. We're still budgeting, trying to stick to. So it's something that you have to decide that you want to do. Um, if you have any questions or if you want to hear more about my experience, let me know. Leave a comment and I will answer you. All right, thank you.